Good morning, friends. Today I will cover the difference between PERT and CPM. I'm not covering the numerical portion of these two. I'm just covering the theoretical part, which will help you in your examination and even in your interviews. So I will make a very short video on this, so it will be easy for you to understand all this in a less time. Okay. PERT, full form is Program Evaluation and Review Technique. First point, it is a project management technique used to analyze and represent tasks within a project, specially designed for managing uncertainty. Developed by the US Navy 1950s for the Polaris missile project, it's a probabilistic model used when activity duration is unknown. It focuses on time, minimizing the duration. It is an event oriented model which marks the start and completion of tasks. It uses time estimates: optimistic time, pessimistic time, most likely time. It is ideal for research and development, new product launch. Expected time, we find expected time when we use PERT. I represented this with E is equal to optimistic time plus 4 times of most likely time plus pessimistic time whole divided by 6. Optimistic time is best case scenario, most likely time is standard duration, pessimistic time is worst case scenario. So I'm covering a real life example. You will understand what I am describing here. So these are the very basic point to remember about PERT. Like, it's a project management technique which designed for managing uncertainty, developed by the US Navy in 1950s, basically in 1956 for the Polaris missile project. It is a probabilistic model, focuses on 3 time: probabilistic, optimistic, and most likely; pessimistic, optimistic, and most likely. So, real life example: organizing a large scale international climate summit. Unlike a routine corporate meeting, a global summit involves thousands of delegates, high security protocols, and unpredictable diplomatic timelines. The organizers cannot rely on a fixed deterministic schedule because many variables are outside the control. So, I am covering here a very basic example. The logistics coordinator would apply the PERT formula to critical unpredictable tasks. Let's look at the task: securing final diplomatic confirmation from all member nations. Let's say there are people coming from 25 nations, so the task is securing final diplomatic confirmation from all the 25 nations. Optimistic time O is 4 weeks. Everything goes perfectly. All nations RSVP early. Most likely time M, 8 weeks. Standard bureaucratic delays occur. Pessimistic time P, 18 weeks. Geopolitical tensions cause holdouts or last minute renegotiations. Okay. So these are the 3 times which I just stated here. And in this, like, 4 weeks is for if everything goes perfect, 8 weeks is if there is a bureaucratic delay, and 18 weeks is if there are geopolitical tensions or last minute renegotiation. So using the PERT formula, we have to find the expected time, this one. So expected time is equal to optimistic time plus 4 times of most likely time plus pessimistic time whole divided by 6. So optimistic time is here is 4. 4 plus 4 times of most likely time, 4 into 8 plus 18, which is pessimistic time whole divided by 6, which is 9 weeks. By using this weighted average, the organizer plans for a 9-week window rather than just hoping for 8, providing a more realistic buffer for the unknown unknowns. Okay. Key PERT events in the summit. In a PERT chart, the focus is on event milestones rather than just the duration of the work. As I already told you, PERT is an event oriented model. This one. So, event A is venue security clearance completed. Event B is international media credentials issued. Event C is draft of the global agreement finalized. So, summary of the example is the uncertainty here is you don't know when the last diplomat will sign off. There is an uncertainty regarding this. The network, if the security clearance event A is not finished, event A is venue security clearance completed. If this is not complete finished, the media event B cannot enter the building. These are critical dependencies. So these two events are interdependent on each other. If the venue security clearance is not completed, then international media is not allowed to enter the venue or the premises. The goal is to find the expected time for a project that has never happened in the exact configuration before. So, international climate summit happened in the past, but it is a new scenario. It happened in a different way. Maybe there are 12 nations, there are less security checks, the uncertainty is different. So every time when there is an uncertainty, we use a PERT. Now come to CPM. The full form is critical path method. It is a step-by-step project management technique used to identify the longest sequence of dependent activities and measure the minimum time required to complete a project from start to finish. It is a deterministic model, unlike PERT is a probabilistic model, used when activity duration is predictable. Focuses on time cost trade off, optimizing cost versus speed. It is an activity oriented model. PERT is an event oriented model. Okay, but CPM is activity oriented model. Focuses on the work being done. Uses a single point estimate. PERT uses 3 time estimate, optimistic, pessimistic, pessimistic, and most likely, but CPM uses only single point estimate. It is ideal for construction, manufacturing, and repetitive maintenance work. CPM assumes you have historical data. It focuses on identify the critical path, the longest sequence of activities that determine the shortest possible project duration. Any delay in a critical activity delays the entire project. It also introduces the concept of float or a slack, the amount of time a non critical task can be delayed without affecting the deadline. So, float or slack is basically a non critical task that can be delayed without affecting the deadline. Real life example is, let's say you are constructing a high rise apartment. A construction firm is building a 20-story residential complex. This is the agenda of the project. So the problem here is they have built dozens of these before. They know exactly how long it takes for concrete to cure and for plumbing to be installed. So there are many high-rise apartment constructed in the past. So they can use historical data from there, like how much concrete is used, how much time for the plumber is required, from for the plumbing is required. So there is a historical data which can be used here. The application, the project manager uses CPM to map out every task. They realize that laying the foundation and structural framing have zero float. They are on the critical path, so they are already on the shortest path. However, interior painting has a float of 10 days. What is the float? Which I already told you. The amount of time a non-critical task can be delayed without affecting the deadline. So the result is, if the budget allows, the manager might crash the schedule by hiring more framers, increasing cost to finish the project faster, knowing exactly which task will speed up the completion. So interior painting has a float of 10 days. For that, if the budget allows, the manager might crash the schedule by hiring more framers. Okay. Which one to use when? Most modern project management software like MS Project or Jira actually blends these two. However, as a rule of thumb, use PERT if you are doing something innovative where you are guessing the timeline. You are not aware of the deadline, you are doing something for the very first time. There is no historical data available to find the result or the deadline, approximate deadline. There is an uncertainty. You can use a PERT here. Use CPM if you are doing something repetitive where you need to manage your budget and resources tightly. Let's say you are making a pizza. Let's say Domino's or Pizza Hut making a pizza. So they can use CPM because they are making pizza on a regular basis. So they just have to make some changes in the shift of the workers or whatever the pizza they are making on the timeline. So this is a repetitive task. Or let's say someone is making a high rise building, or someone is delivering a milk at your doorstep on a daily basis. So these are repetitive tasks. Or let's say someone is manufacturing a particular product for the past 5 years. So for that we can use a CPM. Use PERT if you are doing something innovative. Let's say in when COVID came, no one is assured of the deadline till when it stopped. For how long it will take to find the vaccine or the treatment, no one is assured of that. So R&D was required at that time. So most of the scientists or the doctors or the people who invested their time in figuring out the vaccine or the right treatment or the precaution, they used PERT there because there was an uncertainty. I hope you understand the difference between these two, and it will help you to write in your examinations and even in your interviews. Thank you for watching the video. You can subscribe my channel for more such videos in the upcoming days.